Welcome to Sound Values, powered in part by LSA Burger and Classic of Denton.
Action.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in live tonight on DentonRadio.com. We are broadcasting from the beautiful Discover Denton Welcome Center. It's kind of cloudy out there. It's actually feeling pretty good this afternoon on the Denton Square. I got the homie Pudge Brewer in the house right now. Kicking it, bringing in the Red Bulls, and dropping the new album off right now. We got two of those nights by Pudge in the studio, which is I believe is the sequel to one of those nights.
Yes, sir.
Right there. All right. See, I like what you're doing there. You're keeping the story going.
People that didn't know the first one they're confused by it. Like two of those, I don't get it.
Well, I mean, people will catch on. They'll start to get it. I mean, it's like my albums are always something to.
Right.
Right. People will catch on to that eventually. But man, you've been playing quite a few shows. In fact, you had your album release party over at Andy's with the one and only Froggy Fresh, dude. Yeah, that was super fun, man. How was that
were you
night?
there?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah, you played, right?
Oh yeah, a couple times. But how was that night for you, man?
Man, it was good. Like it exceeded the expectations for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like some of the young kids in the crowd who are enjoying it, who came there to see Froggy. They got to see somebody.
I was like
really rapping,
signing little kids' autographs, meeting their mothers.
It was good. You're a family name now, dude.
Yeah,
kids will have you on the inside of their lockers.
Yeah.
Pudge.
Well, we had played with him before, and last time we went afterwards, which was a big mistake.
Yeah.
Because they had messaged us hey man, he wants to go on at 9.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, we ain't going on at 8.
Yeah.
And that was a big mistake.
Okay, yeah. So lesson learned from that first one. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Because then you got all those people there who are there to see him.
Right.
That was kind of like
had to put my ego aside.
Yeah, yeah. That was actually why I played after the boombox, was because I figured people would stick around for after they'd be there and be like, all right, well, we'll kick it. And so that's why I was like, I'll put the boombox before me. And
right.
A lot of people there, especially because there were 7 of them.
Yeah, that worked out. It was kind of a curveball because I had the date booked and I was going to do something way different. I was going to headline at midnight, and then it just worked out that he was going to be in town. So
well, dude, I had a good time. I mean, I was there and I had a blast. So you produced quite a few of the beats on this record.
Produced all 20 of them actually.
Okay, nice. Well, then what's some of this?
I had a few
co-produced.
Yeah,
some help.
Bad. I had some help from Juicy and Richie, always.
Yep.
That's pretty much my team when I'm making music. Those two are usually involved with every project.
So yeah, and you do something different than there's rappers in town that do make their own beats. In fact, quite a few of them do. But I think that as far as a straight hip hop style, and especially under the radar in a way, man. I think not a lot of people know that you make beats, and make quality beats. So when you came out and you played the Breakfast and Beats 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was highly impressed. That's why I was like, wait, is this one of yours? Because I haven't heard everything, but I've heard a lot.
Well, I really like rap, and that's kind of what I'm known for. Mm-hmm. But really, behind the scenes, I'm,
digging in the crates.
Yeah. That's the most fun, part. But
so how do you balance that out? How do you balance out being, making the tracks and rapping? And does a beat inspire a rhyme, or will a rhyme inspire a beat? Kind of how does that process work?
It's mostly the beats inspire it.
Okay.
So usually when I'm out and about drinking and stuff, I take notes. If I think of a cool line, if I hear one of the bartenders say something that catches my ear, I'll jot it down. But once it's hard for me to just write without knowing what it's gonna.
So are there some bartenders in this town who have a little side credit on a Pudge line in there?
Yeah, actually on track. Let's see. What's funny is track 18. There's I like to call it a percussion solo because it's the drummer from Star Party, Matt Woods. He's actually a bartender at Andy's.
Yeah.
So he's playing percussion, but he's with the shakers.
Oh.
So I'm at the bar with my microphone recording his shaking. And so
it's with the drink shakers.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's cool. At first I was like, oh, he just had a shaker behind the bar,
No. It's
dude,
him.
Cool.
It's him using the fountain gun.
And, man, that's cool. Because you had, when I came over a while back, you had a track that with Character. You played it, the one that you did with Character the night before. The night before Breakfast and Beats, you and him hung out and made a beat, and he did some beatbox hi-hats or something. Yeah. And you played that one, man.
Yeah, so. I like to find a healthy balance between using stuff on the computer.
Yeah.
And adding some human feel to it.
Your spot is kind of a place where I feel like everybody in town who makes beats or raps has been to and is like hung out and like worked on something. Either like I come over there a lot to like play stuff and hear it and listen and like look for reactions and see which ones get people going. Some people come over and like straight record their record.
Right. Especially like I like to create that kind of environment, especially for like recording a lot of MCs. I like to have my creative space pretty inspiring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And so you've got 20 tracks, which is huge. That's a lot, like especially if you're going to, like a lot of what I also like too, Pudge, is you tend to do 45 to an hour sets. You see a lot of hip hop, a lot of cats will only do 10 to 15 minutes. They do like 3 songs and they skip 4 or 5 of what,
Right.
And so that's what I do. And so, like, how many of these, and how many are you performing right now? I recognize Superstar.
Right.
Because I've heard that one a couple times.
Yeah, this one's tricky because there's a lot of it that's kind of like personal and darker.
Okay.
Not so much darker, but just doesn't really fit the high energy environment of my set.
Yeah.
So, really, with each album, usually about 3 make the cut.
Okay, into a set?
Yeah.
Okay, and so how many records do you have out at this point?
Like, including the Fab Deuce stuff, or just?
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's throw Fab Deuce in there, too.
Probably like 12 or 13.
Nice. Okay, very cool. Does it ever become difficult after that long of a time to not reuse a rhyme? Like, have you ever, actually, here's a question. Have you ever wrote something and then realized like 2 days later you had already written that before? Or something very similar-esque?
It won't ever be the same punchline, but it will be the same, like, I rhymed this with this before.
Okay.
But
yeah, but it just won't be in the same structure.
No one listens.
I listen, man.
They just buy the CD.
I know.
Just to look cool.
I know these words, man.
Yeah.
I know them. So, right on, man. So you're saying like this one right here got a little bit more personal. So for some of the stuff. So like if I wanted to listen to a track that was a bit more personal off this album, because I always send you the sad boy beats, which one am I going to go to?
Number 7 for sure.
Number 7?
Yeah.
All right. Sounds.
It's like,
sounds
I don't
good.
know. I was going through some weird times. It's nothing like, I don't know. It's nothing
not
too
like,
crazy personal. It's inspired from me going through some.
Yeah.
some
Why
stuff,
not, man? Well, I think like a lot of the time too, man, is sometimes like. I would say 99% of the time, Pudge is flying high, no bummers whatsoever. But every once in a while, man, I'm kind of beats, man. And sometimes I just want to let people know. Sometimes I get sad, dog.
Yeah, well, if I'm feeling that way, I just stay at home.
Yeah, well, that's what I do too, man. I just plug in the keyboard. I'm like, we'll be over this in a little while.
Yeah, the most bummer you're gonna know me is on record. You ain't gonna see, like, you ain't gonna see me at Andy's dragging everyone down. That's not.
That's a fact. If I'm at Andy's with Pudge, just come up to the bar. We're most likely spitting some silly rhymes.
Yeah,
spending
that plasma money.
Exactly. Dollars, son. I'm telling you. Well, now that the car's fixed, I can start hitting back the plasma spot, dude.
But yeah, like, I had wanted to do the sequel to this album. I put the first one out in 2012, and I wanted to, like, I had been talking about doing the sequel since, like, 2014.
Okay.
And then, we went on a very good run with Fab Deuce. So sometimes, like, starting the solo projects, I would like start 2 of those nights and then just next thing you know, we have a new record with the group, and life gets in the way.
Yeah, exactly. You start
then,
performing with them and such.
Yeah, and I got out of a long relationship. My pops passed away. My job closed down. I just had a lot of time on my hands, and it was time. It was time to rewrite.
Yeah, for sure.
It was time to write the record.
For sure. Now, I'm saying, who's the homie on the front, dude? I want to know.
That's me. I usually don't dress that nice. That's me after, like, someone's wedding or something.
This is based on true events.
If you've ever been to a wedding with me,
This is based on true events. I like it. And the lamp is on the back, so everything will be returned safely.
Yeah, we were cutting it close. I don't know if y'all could see. The guy's wearing Crocs, I think.
It
was too late to get him to change it to Chuck Taylor's.
Red Gucci loafers,
so I was wearing green and red pants and Crocs at this particular wedding.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes, man. So you know, you said 2012, and now it's 2018. You know, so it's been 6 years, you know, since that album came out. Hey, what's up, Michael? Good to see you, man. Mercy cruising by right now, hanging out. Hit that SoundCloud MRCY. Yeah. Yeah, dude. That dude's good. That dude's good people. So 6 years, man, for the next record to come out. But when you started, when it got down to it, you know, because you said you're like, I started talking about since 2014, you know. But how long did it take you once you finally got that ball rolling? You know?
It was February of 2017 till May of 2018.
Okay.
So good.
Right on. Yeah,
roughly a year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half. So, yeah, man, that's a chunk of time to put into a record. I mean, especially, but it's not just you're making the beats, then you got to master everything, you got to record all. You know, there's so much that goes into recording a record that's got a lot to do with
I'm one of those guys where I do all of that, like all the recording I do. I'm doing all the mixing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that just takes
pretty much every step of the process is in my own hands. So.
Yeah, and so you've actually been out playing shows after this record came out, which is nice. You were already playing shows, but now you're hitting more. So you were just in Austin. You were in Austin. You were with that homie Ben Buck.
Ben Buck Beatbox.
Yeah, who is
my boy.
You know, a sick beatboxer from down in Austin. We had him onto the Breakfast and Beats. He just showed up. I told him, I met him, and I was like, just come on out if you want, man. And he came out and had a great time, man. So that boy kills it. So how was Austin?
It was good, man. You know, Ben, since I met him, I knew that was going to be good people. He's pretty much on the same wavelength as far as hip hop he likes, and you know, he's doing something very similar out there to what we're doing as far as the talent he's booking. You know, every act was good. There was a lot of people out. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better. Yeah,
dude.
Especially on a Sunday, like that's hard to do. You know, I know when I was 21, we could pull off those Sunday shows.
Yeah.
Get a little.
Yeah, I'm hitting that 30.
In my 30s,
my
man.
homies are asleep by 7 p.m. on Sundays. You know? Yeah, they're like, oh, man, I got to
hit the CVS, man. And
pick up some of that, I don't know, some of that bone calcium supply. I'm getting rickety here.
Watch some Seinfeld.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, there's a good question, man. So something that I ponder in my head all the time is like, all right, Mike, you know, how long are you going to do this? How long are you going to keep making beats? You know, so how long are you going to keep rapping? How long are you going to keep making beats? You know, like, or I guess more so, how do you keep doing it, you know?
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm a lifer.
Yeah, is it just like an obsession, basically?
Yeah,
it's like a necessity.
You know, it's like
breathing.
It's just what I do.
Yeah.
It's I don't play Madden or 2K, NBA 2K or anything. You know,
me neither.
It's me when I get off work. It's either like I have this drinking problem, so sometimes it's easier. It keeps me a better person to just stay at home and be creative. Cause I'll start acting up,
start wiling out, man.
I'll start acting
jumping
up,
on the top of cars, singing songs to the
onlookers,
onlookers, man. Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, so just anything creative, like even if it's not making beats and rapping, like I do videos and
I mean, you just released a video.
Yeah, just anything like creating a thing is always
making things is fun.
Yeah.
So you just put out a video, and what was that? And I watched it. It was dope. I really enjoyed it. You know, it cracked me up at first. I was like, what is this? I was like, is it gonna get to music, or am I just gonna watch Pudge walking around today?
Yeah.
So what made you? I mean, was that just like you said, like a creative endeavor, basically?
Yeah. So Thursday night, me and my homie Nick went out and we hit East Side at Andy's and had a little night. And he woke up on my couch, and I'm like, hey, man, let's go get some beer. And next thing you know, we shot it, edited everything, put it out the same day.
That's awesome, dude.
the timestamp is even on the video.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I
think the timestamp says like 1 something p.m. and it was released at 4 something p.m.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I was at work and I got a thing that said like, yo, I made a thing.
Yeah.
A little notification from you. So that's some quick turnaround, man.
Yeah. I'm a momentum guy, so if it's like
hit up Nick and Pudge for them quick video turnarounds.
If the creativity momentum is going, then
exactly,
I'll ride it.
Yeah. Well, what's your favorite track off the album, dude?
My favorite
off the new one.
I like this track Too Fast, number 8. But also I think it's because it's the last one I made.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's the freshest, but it's a good balance of personal and kind of funky. Like there's there's some swagging going on.
Okay.
With, mix in some hard hitting.
Yeah, with some heartfeltness. I feel you.
I like that one. In the Air's good. Self-Centered. That's a one I like a lot. I don't know. It's just kind of like I recorded it a little like lower quality, and the structure of it's not so much like the verse chorus.
Yeah.
I switched the structure up a little bit on that one. So.
Yeah, which like when we did that track together, like that was one thing where I was like, this doesn't have like a hip hop structure to it. This track does, but you made it work like beautifully, So
right.
that's one of. By the way, I'm at Harvest House on Friday. If you want to come out and do that track
Let's
again,
do it.
That'll be a good. Yeah, exactly.
Let's get it.
Yeah, exactly. You might as well. So I'm gonna be there for 4 hours. So might as well have the homie come out.
I almost asked you, but I'm not that guy.
No, dude, you should always come out and play the track. It's not even like just show up. We'll be like, oh, word, got it.
Yeah.
Word, okay.
That track's tricky because it doesn't fit with my set at all. But there's some nights where I want to do it, but I'm like.
Yeah. But once again, maybe you should just have have one night, man, where you should perform acoustic.
Yeah.
Have Juicy play guitar, and just maybe.
Getting sick of all these rainy nights.
Exactly, dude. Or I'm saying just start do an unplugged performance like
I
they
should
used
do
to
a
on
bummer
MTV.
set. I should put a bummer set together.
Yeah, dude, just a bummer set. Like, come get bummed out with me and the boys.
Yeah. Performing Tuesday afternoon at 1 p.m.
in Andy's basement.
Gray clouds only.
Yeah. Gray clouds only. That's right. So, man, you played in Austin, and who were you down there with? Like, who were did you go down there with I think Character and some other cats?
Yeah, it was me, Richie Flo, Character, and Jake Steinberg.
Oh man, that is a smelly car.
Yeah,
that is such a smelly car. Dude.
I have a strict shower policy before road trips. It's like if we're gonna travel together, we need to all take a group shower.
Yeah.
No.
We gotta bond.
Yeah.
All right. This is how we get close, guys. Don't be weird about it.
I think
it is what it is.
I think I ate 6 meals from a gas station that day. I'm one of those guys. I eat healthy at home. At home, it's strictly meat and plants.
Dude, meat and plants.
Meat and plants, but when we get to traveling, man.
All of a sudden, you start eating those weird sandwiches that have something in. It's not even real meat.
You gotta check out. You're I got a Red Bull, some Reese's.
Yeah, Red Bull, Reese's. Yeah. So I don't know. I usually I
wonder why. I always wonder why are my performances so much better at home? I
get them spicy.
I had 7 candy bars today.
I get them spicy Cheetos to keep me going. Yeah. I'm eating zeros, man. They got 0 calories. No, it's not true. Those candy bars are a lie. So, man, what is one of your favorite places? I mean, you went down to Austin, but what's one of your favorite cities that you get to play besides Denton?
Man, I've only done one show there, and I'm already booked again in a few weeks, but Tulsa.
Okay.
I played in Tulsa probably 2 months ago.
Nice. I heard Tulsa's a good time, man.
Yeah, it was overwhelmingly, great.
Nice, man. It
was max capacity. I went out there with Blaze One and D-Mar and all those guys.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, is D-Mar living up there? I haven't seen him in
he's in the group.
Year and a half.
His group lives out there. So
yeah, big economics.
He's still out here, I believe.
I haven't seen him in 3 years.
He's doing his thing.
Just lurking. Just hanging out, killing it.
Shout out D-Mar.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Yeah, shout out. I was like, I miss that the heavy flow that he had, man.
Yeah, I think
his voice.
He was the only feature on my last album.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I remember that, dude. Off No Hitter. Yeah, that was
the only one.
That was a good one. Plus, the boy could skate. So who knows? D-Mar, if you're out there, cheers, man. Cheers.
I'll tag him.
Mm-hmm. So you got up to Tulsa. All right, man. So how did you end up landing a gig up in Tulsa?
Just through them. I mean, they had a set and they had a little more time that they got booked a slot with a healthy chunk of time. So
nice. Very cool, man.
They just did me a favor. I did a lot of their recordings in the past, so.
Nice. Nice. Well, that works out well. Yeah, that's always good. I mean, that's one of the best way to get shows. Is just having those connections in the different cities. Just
right.
Like,
well,
awesome.
I was getting nervous because, like, the week of the show, I'm like, man, I haven't seen a flyer. I haven't seen anyone promo. It's like I'm getting.
But then you got up there and it worked out just fine.
Yeah, it was like
huh?
max capacity by the time we got there.
Nice.
So I'm like, oh, okay, I get it.
Well, there you go, man. Pudge is a lifer. Wow. There you go.
Lifer.
We got the tuna.
Yeah. Also, I like rapping out in California.
With the rec league.
Yeah, I got my rec league family out there.
Who was the guy who came here like a few months back? Richie Cunning?
Richie Cunning.
Yeah, see? I listen.
It was my boy's birthday yesterday, I think.
Yeah. That dude had some good bars, man. That was a good time. Have you been to any of the other recent hip hop shows that have been going on at Andy's? Like, did you go to Lazy Bone?
Oh yeah, I go to everything.
Okay.
If it's a rap show and then I'm there.
Yes.
Ask your friends.
Exactly.
They saw me.
So, I mean,
I actually played at Lazy Bone.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I was there, but nah, yeah, I played. Me and Ben Buck and Richie Flo did like a improv, like Ben beatboxed and me and Richie.
Of course you did.
We did like a 20-minute set where we all just rapped. We had a DJ throwing down breaks so Ben could rap too.
Yeah, dude.
It was one of those things where we were all supposed to have our individual sets. Like Ben was in town, and then me and Richie each had our own sets.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if you've been to a rap show before, but sometimes they run a little behind.
Yeah.
And it was one of those. It was one of those. So they're like, man, can y'all put y'all's hour into like 20 minutes? So we formed the Voltron and threw some down, which ended up being like very good.
Yeah.
You know,
some
on the fly stuff. So
yeah, I don't doubt it whatsoever. So like, you know, when you're writing stuff, man, I mean, you kind of said earlier, like I might just like hear something, you know, and then remember that line, or you know, like how do you? I mean, it's been a very long time since I sat down and wrote a rap. So how do you start?
Really, the starting line is the hard part for me.
Okay.
If I can get like a solid bar or two, then I can just start rhyming off of that. But really, like, you don't want to come in like first bar sounding weak. Like,
yeah.
That's my thing. So really, the first line's the hardest for me. So what I do is just take notes. I have a lot of like first liners in my notes, and then, but yeah, once I get going, then it's a piece of cake for me.
Okay, there you go. And like so. Because, I mean, it's important. What's up, Don? It's important to not just, like, you know, you don't just want to be able to rhyme, but you got to actually have a point to what you're saying is what it seems.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm to the point where I take my time more. Like, when I was younger, I was down to just write every day, write a verse every day, put out the song. But now, you know, I like to – there's expectations now at this point. So I try to make sure every verse, even if it's a feature, like –
yeah. I feel like there's.
I don't want to rush it. I don't want to. A lot of times, I don't want to write it in one sitting. You know, like
there's like bits of braggadocio in there, but do you feel as you get older that stuff's like going away, or is there still? Because like even now, you know, I'm 31 years old, but I still like to spit a little trash in my rhymes.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff I save for the Fab Dude songs.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, especially when you're on stage with Ernie, you know. It's McCracken's just popping off up there like a maniac.
With the group there was one point in time where we never like announced it to each other, but it was to the point where like, man, with the group, nothing personal. Like let's just try to bring try to beat everyone every time. That's which really makes everyone better.
Yeah, in the long run.
Because if I'm sitting in the room writing with Juice, Ernie, and Richie, you know, I know.
Yeah.
There's no slacking allowed.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Juicy has told me that Ernie, in his opinion, is one of the best rappers in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, Ernie, he's like, he can so creative and funny and, like, just a good rapper.
Yeah. It's one of those, he also, like, creates an environment, which is very important. You know.
What do you mean by an environment? Like,
just his energy in the studio, you know, helps make the song better.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain.
Just I mean, he is a force. Like,
same thing with Richie. Like, if Richie's there and he's not being funny, if he's not trying to be funny, still the situation's going to be funnier. You know, like, even if he's just not even talking. Like
Waiting on the next B3 album. Is this the smoke break with Dylan, Mr. Dylan Withers?
That's him.
Yeah.
That's the guy.
Famous around these
That's
parts.
my guy.
Yeah, dude, he's the renegade. He's the renegade.
Yeah, Burton, like, he's always going to be the first one finished. He's going to have a chorus. He's going to, you know.
he's the chorus writer, huh?
He's one of them.
Yeah.
You know, we all have our moments, but yeah, he keeps the energy fun, and then that he's a big plays a big role in the Fab Deuce sound. Just, you know.
Okay, so like I feel something that
look at this guy.
Yeah, he's vibing whatever's going on.
He's getting it.
So something that I feel like you and I can relate to is like being kind of called by our nicknames and or like producer or rap names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But and like I called you know Juice the Emissary Juicy just because I want to.
Right.
You know. But like I don't call Ernie. I don't. I call Richie because that's his name.
Right.
But like I go back and forth with character on calling him that name.
Right.
And I never called Juicy Frank. In fact, I refer to Frank as like this alter ego.
I call him Juicy Frank.
Dude, I'll literally I'll just be like, man, when's Frank coming out? He's like, I don't know, man. Like I pretend like Frank is this totally other character. And at the roast, somebody called out the real name. We won't say it on the air because that's dangerous.
Nah, that's all good.
Yeah, But what's it like having like been Pudge for such a long time, man? Because I know it's a nickname that starts when you're younger, and then it grows into kind of a brand.
Yeah, it's weird because like I've like committed to making my character me as a person.
Yeah.
So I'm like, especially on the album, like I put it all out there. Like I'm not hiding like. What you hear is what you get.
Yeah.
Like if you hang out with me, like what I'm rapping about that's my life.
Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I might stretch it a little bit, stretch the truth a little bit, but
It's
for
what
the
it
most
is.
part, it's like, I'm putting my me as a human, I'm making that my artist, and that's kind of how Richie is too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like it's, and so I guess does that ever get old? Like, do you ever kind of like? Is there ever times when you're like, I don't really want this name anymore. Sometimes I feel that way. I'm like, I'm tired of being kind beast, dude. I just want to be like mean.
I mean, I don't think about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's just like you have like some like even like some comedians or other people will say like you want to change. You don't want to have like a stage name or whatever. So like that sometimes pops in. I'm like, oh man, do I really want to be kind beats? Maybe I'm just getting older.
I mean, that's all I'm ever gonna call you.
Yeah.
If you switch it,
I know. See, I can't switch it at this point. So like, there's been like some other guys in town who've gone by certain names and then they switched it before it became too popular. Because they
that's just backtracking. In my opinion, I always hate when people do that.
Yeah.
I love people who do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't take my opinion about them away, but it's like, I mean, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's not a move. You're like, it's not like if I told you I did that one day, you're gonna be like, sorry, kind of beats, we can't hang out anymore.
Yeah, it's like,
Ixnay, dude. In fact, just delete that track.
That's
I don't
like
even want it out
5
anymore.
years of playing shows down the drain. That's like with Fab Deuce, like we've added and dropped members throughout the years, but I'm like,
yeah, man.
I'm keeping the name, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not starting over.
Yeah,
with anything.
that Fab Deuce is a. See, like I remember when I first moved to town, and then like after a couple years being here, some people heard beats, and I was getting an interview on KNTU, and they asked me my opinion on Fab Deuce, and I was like, Fab what? And they're like, Fab Deuce. I was like,
What's that?
I don't know about that. And
what
then
is that?
They asked me about Richie's album, the DI, yada yada.
Yeah.
And I remember I was
Disciples in Christ's Kingdom.
Yeah, I was like, I don't really make music that really has anything to do with that.
Yeah.
I was like, but these cats can put out whatever they want. And then like 6 months later, I'd met all y'all, and I was like, I like all these
They're
dudes,
cool.
And then like I remember the first time I ever saw Burton freestyle. You invited me over after we've been chilling over to his place,
and that's where he comes in as what Juicy's saying, like one of the best. Like
And that's what I mean, man. He's just, like what you said. He walks into the room and he's an aura about the room changes, So that happens with a lot of people that I like. Like when I'm excited to see someone, like when I see Pudge, I'm like, hey, they just got better.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, you want me at the rap show.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I've even said it before. I'm like, you know, there's about 15 people in this town who could be at every one of my shows, and I'd be just fine. Right. That's only 15, maybe 25, you know, just the extra 10, right, you know, to help boost the sales.
That's one of my finest qualities is I'm a good rap performer, but like more importantly, I'm a good rap fan.
Yeah. You definitely come out to the shows, man, which is nice. You killed it at the roast. That was a fun time,
I felt
dude.
bad, man. I wanted to be mean to you.
You just couldn't, man. I mean, Sanford couldn't do it. Everybody else could. Everybody else could. Even Jake was getting me days after because he realized he had missed out. Yeah. And then he was just busting my chops.
He's roasting you via text.
Yeah, dude. I woke up to Snapchats. He was like, I thought of a new one.
He's like, knock, knock.
Who's there? No one, as in your career. Yeah, it was hard, man.
I really like Joey Johnson's roast.
Yeah.
Of you.
He just didn't show up.
He didn't come.
Yeah, he just didn't show up. It was brutal.
Boom,
Mark
roasted.
paid somebody else to do his part for him, so that was a good time. Now I realized, man, you got the parental advisory on here.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
I mean,
that's original.
A lot of my friends are dads now, so
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, man, okay, tell me. Let's talk a little bit about Rec League. All right, and because I see this symbol, the RL, all over the place, you know, whether you're wearing it or whether it's on your record. So who is Rec League?
We're a gang.
A gang?
A big gang.
A big gang.
No, it's you know, just a group of friends. We're like a label without having paperwork.
Okay.
You know
nice.
And
nice. So how does that work?
How it works is if someone that they know is in town and calls me.
Okay.
And one of them will text me like, hey, this guy's in the rec. He needs a couch.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, word. There you go.
It's something as simple as that. Like it's you know.
Do y'all help each other out with, you know, hey, we got a spot for a show here, spot for a show here?
We trade shows. It's just
it's like the Breakfast Boys.
There's more people in Rec League that don't rap than people that do rap.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of producers, or is it just
just homies?
Just homies.
Just homies.
Just dudes chilling. That's
like
right.
Nick, this guy.
They just Pudge the realist. Yeah,
that's.
I saw that out of the corner of my eye. I thought it said breakfast for a second. I was like, Pudge for breakfast. Like, I tell you what, I would have some Pudgios.
No, we're just like a group of like-minded people from all throughout the country. Actually, the world now, because one of us moved to Israel.
Perfect. So. Well, that works out. That's all you got to do to be worldwide is just have some homies move to the other side of the world, and then you're solid.
And it's one of those things like they've kind of trusted me to direct the Rec League South. So every now and then I'll hit them up like, hey man, I found another one. Found another one of us.
There you go. Very cool, man. So do you have any upcoming shows, man? What do we got going on? Any performances?
I'm throwing some at J&J's August 11th.
Okay.
And then I got August 13th in Tulsa.
Nice, dude.
And then
that'll be cool to go back up there.
Yeah, and then August 18th in Austin with Ben Buck.
Nice, man. So yeah, you bouncing around.
Yeah, that whole week I got Ben on the Dent show and the Tulsa show, so we're just gonna make a little week-long run.
A couple of homies, I tell you what. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, you never really know what's going to go down when someone hops on the mic to beatbox. I mean, you usually assume that when somebody's going to get on a mic and beatbox, they're going to be good because it's like there's a lot of bad rappers who will still get on the mic. There's not a lot of bad beatboxers that I've ever seen. I've seen more bad rap than I have bad beatboxers. That's a fact. Sure. Like I feel like if you're a whack beatboxer, you get out of that game real quick. But, dude, the way that kid can make a kick drum is crazy, dude. Yeah.
He gets it, man. He raps, makes beats, beatboxes. You know,
I would interview him, but I'd be afraid of what he might do. He seems unpredictable. He seems like the type of kid who would just stand up and do the truffle shuffle right in the middle of interview. I know.
He just might.
Yeah, man. So, like, besides obviously the physical copies, which are where?
In my backpack.
Oh yeah.
No, where do you buy them?
Yeah, where can we get them?
You can go to pudgehub.com.
The pudgehub.com.
It's the second most famous hub on the internet.
The second most, and you know, two of my friends have put music out on both of them. Yeah. You know, we had Lofty Beats throughout his work on the hub, and now you've got some work out on a hub.
I'm working on the full site for, like, you know, the podcast you did with me. I'm working on
I've been waiting on that. I thought that was quality.
A whole hub.
I got to put out some real deep content that day, y'all. I was getting into the nitty-gritty here.
As of now, if you go to pudgehub.com, it's like just goes to the thing where you buy this.
No, just a direct link.
Yeah, you can buy the physicals.
Can you get them in stores?
Yeah, it's at next door.
Recycled books.
This way. Mad World,
Mad
Recycled.
World.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Very
cool. And Gitmo. So did Gitmo put it out?
Yeah, they helped.
There you go.
They helped with that.
Very cool. And we got to give a shout out to the cat on the artwork. Was this T-Lit?
Mr. T-Lit.
Mr. Todd Little.
Yeah, he did the first one, and
he's always done good work for me too, man. I like his style.
Yeah, well, he helps me, like, with him, I like to get about 80% done with the record, and then have him do the art, and then that kind of inspires me to, like, try to kind of match the sound with the art.
Nice, man. Yeah, very cool, dude. Yeah, like I said, I like the colors. I'm telling you, I like the Crocs and the green fade right here. And so let's see, man. So we got to give shout outs to Richie Flo, who helped you on track 4. What did he do on track 4?
He let's see. He helped chop the sample up and did some of the drum programming.
Nice. And then tracks 5, 8, 6, 9, 10, and 20 co-produced by the great Juicy the Emissary.
Yeah, so he most of that was bass lines on
him.
So what I would do on those was, I'd pick the sample, chop it up, do the drums, record the raps, sequence everything, and then bring him in.
Very cool.
I don't want to waste his time, so I don't want to just, hey, I got this beat that might need a bass line.
Yeah.
I made sure to have the song like 90% done.
Yeah,
before
exactly. Nice. And then we got Ryan Braditich.
Yeah, that's one of my homies that I went to elementary school with, grew up playing sports together, lived together at one point. Right now, what he's doing, he plays bass for a very popular band in China.
What?
So they're doing, like, Drake numbers in China.
What? Yeah, so did you send him the track and he recorded in China, or was he in town?
He was just in town. And
oh, man.
He borrowed the bassist from Puddintain's bass.
Oh, yeah, Brett Crow?
Oh, not Brett. Sorry, Brandon.
Wait.
That's also in Puddintain.
The lead singer?
No, not different Brandon. Brandon Arthur.
Oh, okay. Yes, okay. No, now I know who you're talking about.
He probably plays guitar. And
yeah, long hair, skinny guy with a beard. Yeah, he's good people.
So, yeah, it was his bass. He went to high school with us, too. So
nice, dude.
He was in town.
And did you go to high school in Denton?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I thought so. All right, man. So hold on. Let's go ahead and hey, Richie Flo just tuning in with us. Good to see you, Richard. Let's go back. We'll give some shout-outs real quick. So we got JD throwing
Sweats, my boy.
Yeah, and then we got Cody. What's up? Don Dreyer, good to see you. Dylan Withers, keep the smoke break going.
Cook.
I don't know, Nick.
This Rec League fam.
There we
La
go.
Familia.
Aaron Sims.
Colin used to deliver pizzas with him, and now he's making beats out of Austin under the alias Old Man, which is a great producer name.
Nice, man. I love it. Monaco. Oh, look at that. We got 2 magicians in a row tuning in. So you said we got to give – he popped up as watching. Oh, of course, man. Yeah, dude, that's what happens. The Facebook just vibrates your leg. And
Cume, if you didn't know, Richie is very magical.
Yeah. Let me tell you something weird that happened to me. Do you know or have you ever heard of a guy named Matt Kernan lives in town?
Yes.
A big old red beard?
Yes.
Okay, so the other night I was doing a live broadcast on Facebook, working on a beat.
Yeah.
And I put my hat on backwards, like Matt tends to do. I see him often. He's got his hat backwards.
As he do.
And all of a sudden, the Facebook popped up and said, Matt Kernan is in this video. Would you like to tag him?
But it was you.
It thought it was you. Yeah. And so I saw Matt like 2 days later and had to tell him about it, and he was cracking up. So I don't know if we give it a try sometime. We got Marty. I think Marty Casson or Marty Casson.
Yeah, she's she's a professor at UNT.
Hey, got the academics.
She does math, but she incorporates a lot of hip hop instruction in her math classes.
Very good.
Shout out her.
Have you been doing some mathematical hip hop in class? Doing some presentations.
Yeah, me and AV went and talked to her class at UNT, and
nice.
She organized like a rap battle with math equations. So it'd be like
that is awesome.
It'd be like multiplication versus division. Like
nice.
So and then the students would have it out via math terms.
Shout out to the professor. Shout out to the professor.
Turns out the MCs weren't that dope, but I had a good time doing it.
Yeah. They gave it a shot mixing math. Well, I mean, and hip hop is kind of math, rapping, and you have your 16 bars, 8, and everything's got to be divided up properly.
Yeah.
What do you kind of like to do for yours? What's your do you have like a certain length that a verse will be, or is it just kind of depending on the rap?
Yeah, it's I don't. Hey, it's the Dabber.
Hey.
I don't have a structure really. I just write till it's done.
Yeah.
And I'm the type where I like to keep my mistakes in there. Like,
okay,
if I botch something, I'll keep it.
You have
for the most part.
You have that one where you rhyme a bunch and then you're like, I'm gonna hit the grocery store in case my friends are hungry.
Yeah.
And it's like, it does. Yeah. It just like hits you the wrong way.
Classic non-rhyme.
Non-rhyme at the end.
Me and Richie like to do those. Just end it awkwardly.
Yeah, it hurts, man. When you do that one, it pains me because I'm really wanting it to rhyme there.
You want it to rhyme, and it could have.
Just hungry. Yeah,
I had the perfect rhyme for it to rhyme.
It was well known. It would have worked quite well, man. So Brandon, was that the Brandon we're talking about?
No, I worked with him at a Marriott once upon a time.
Everybody's just popping in. Are you still driving Lyft?
No, not so much.
Had to get off that game.
I mean,
Pudge picked me up.
I wouldn't put it past me.
Yeah, Pudge picked me up once. It was a good time.
Yeah,
I've thought about
I've been working.
Other
stuff.
Yeah, I feel that, dude. Yeah, exactly. You've been all over the place.
Desperate times, man. Like I'm saying, my job closed. I didn't have, I just signed a lease. So.
Yeah. Oh, I know that game. I know that game all too well, man.
Yeah. Fortunately, I haven't had to do that no more.
Well, man, before we go, we're almost towards the end of the show here, man. But, we've talked. We got some upcoming shows. You're going to be performing in Tulsa. You were just down in Austin. You'll be back in Austin again with the Ben Buck. What is this?
Trying to set up something in Cali with the Rec League guys.
Nice. Get out there. Would you drive or fly?
I would fly.
All right, fine.
Yeah,
scenic route. Me and the boys
like
just hit the open road.
I like a nice Bloody Mary at the airport.
I feel that, man. Well, before we go, Pudge, let's talk. I got to know, man. Favorite snack.
Favorite snack right now.
Things change.
Hold on. What are you snacking on? Let me think about it for a second.
Man, I am a fan. Dude, I've just been crushing this trail mix from Dollar General.
It's
just like this Nature's Harvest trail mix with these candied peanuts. I don't even know, dude. I'll eat the whole bag in one day.
I've been on a nice sunflower seed kick. I grew up playing baseball, so.
Oh yeah, for sure. Some seeds.
Some days I wake up, I'm like, I miss baseball. But instead of going and play baseball, I just go buy some seeds. Watch TV.
Put your glove on, walk to the shop.
Watch Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, you're good. You're taken care of after that.
Like the ranch, there's a ranch flavor and a bacon flavor. When I was a kid, we weren't hip to that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and they got a pickle flavor, too, which I kind of like. I got to be real. Man. All right, homie. Well, dude, thanks again for coming in tonight. Glad to have you with us, folks. Once again, I've been talking to Pudge. Y'all can go and pick up his new album, 2 of those nights. It is in the local stores. You can also go to the Pudge Hub, the second most famous hub on the internet. Make sure y'all tune in next week. We got more fun stuff. Tune in on Sundays for Sunday brunch from 1 to 2 p.m. I'll be throwing down a new live mix. So y'all stick around. Hang out right here for a Denton Vibe with Ellie Bell right here on DentonRadio.com. I'll see y'all next time.
Peace. Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.